Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Andrew Wildrix. He is the VP of Business Development for Intrusion. It's the Fort Knox of cybersecurity, if you will. His journey next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, we talk a lot about cybersecurity on this show, and I think about it, and almost every day there's a big data breach. It could be the federal government, it could be a large bank, it could be a large, like a Walmart or a Target. And so I always ask myself, how can we not stay one step ahead of the bad guys? And that's been an eternal question. I am blessed by having Andrew Wildrix in the studio right now. He is the VP of Business Development for Intrusion, and you guys have been around since 1983.
That's correct.
And the internet didn't come around until the 90s.
That is correct, yes.
So tell me about Intrusion.
Intrusion started out as optical data systems. We were pioneers in fiber optic networking, led to a lot of big government contracts and connecting up the Pentagon, Fort Hood, and Fort Bragg. And then you start, the nucleus of the internet. Our engineers decided it would be a good idea to see who's talking to who across these networks.
Yes.
And that led to the development of our threat database, TraceCop.
All right. Tell us what separates you from others, because it is a very crowded space.
It certainly is, and there's a lot of noise. But I think the main thing that sets us apart is our crown jewels is that threat database. It's over 30 years of reputational analysis of every IP domain name, its history, the registrars, and nobody has anything even closely as effective or in depth as that knowledge.
Yes.
And our CTO likes to joke that a big company like Microsoft or Google could possibly build something like that, but it takes time. You can't hire 9 women to make a baby in 1 month. And regardless of your resources, this is something that it's been curated for 30 years, and it's going to be probably at least 10 or 15 before somebody could even come close.
Yes. All right. So you were talking to me before the show that there's a couple of different client experiences. They could choose to want to know everything, or they could choose to just be blissfully unaware and let your technology do its job. So tell us about the 2 customer experiences.
We refer to it as applied threat intelligence. So the first thing is the threat intelligence, where our device can say, hey, you've got a bad guy. Here's your problem. Here's your indicators of compromise.
Yes.
It's very passive, but reported daily. Then you can also choose to put our technology in what we call protect mode, where it will actively block those malicious connections, both the internal and external connections, and then report on to you what it's blocking regularly. So effectively, in like a ransomware situation, you would blind the ransomware person, kill this command and control, and identify all the affected systems from this one interface and platform.
Yes. We're going to pull up some video from our library of cybersecurity and hacking. A wise person once told me that it's kind of like a hockey goalie. The hockey goalie has to stop like 100 shots. The bad guys only have to get 1 or 2 in.
Right.
So, it is a difficult job, isn't it?
Incredibly. We scrape over 20 billion sites a month to keep our database current. We're constantly testing our rules list against the latest and greatest attacks, because when a 0-day gets released, only God and the hacker knows about it. We are ahead of that game. We are one of 2 vendors that were able to kill the SolarWinds attack on 0-day.
No kidding.
Yes. IT staffs love us because they refer to us as their 3-day weekend. Most 0-day attacks come out on a Friday on a 3-day weekend.
Wow.
And those guys are getting called in on Saturday or Sunday to come do remediation and analysis with us in place. they get to show up Monday afternoon and say, hey, it's dealt with. Yeah.
Well, what does that feel like for you, Andrew? Because I know you've been with this company for a while. You're working with a SWAT team. I mean, there's a bunch of mall cops out there, but you're the SWAT team.
Absolutely. There's certainly something to be said about competence. Our engineers are all U.S. based, have secret or top secret clearances. All the code and hardware is built here in the U.S. So our entire supply chain is not compromised, and we're incredibly proud of the products we put out.
And you do a lot of government work, but you're moving more into the private sector. Talk about that.
Sure. We were exclusively government for first 35 years of our existence. We've only just recently, in the past 5 years, moved into the commercial space. And that's the beauty of it, is that we taken all that research and development that we've built in the government space and made it affordable to where even the smallest businesses can afford this government-grade technology to protect their assets, because
Incredible.
Their stuff is no less important to them than yours is to you.
Yes. And we're coming up on a season, tell me if I'm wrong, but like the holiday season is a huge season for hackers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Financial fraud just skyrockets during this time. And with the war in Ukraine kind of winding down, more of those people are turning their efforts back into fundraising through cybercrime.
Yes.
So Eastern Europe, and then of course there's always nation states such as North Korea and China that are looking for new ways to raise money for their efforts, and they don't rest. They don't observe holidays. They just know that this is a target-rich environment.
Well, Andrew, in the last couple minutes, I want you to talk to the person on in the camera on the left, the CEO, who is wondering if they need just a second opinion. Like all great doctors, a second opinion is never bad, to have somebody else look at what's being done on cybersecurity. Do you guys offer that?
Absolutely. We always want to put our money where our mouth is, and so we do offer a 2-week trial of our technology. At the end of it, we give you a health report of any indicators of compromise we found, and then let you decide, what in your technology stack can be augmented, replaced, or, if you've done a great job. I feel like a parent, or a teacher that has to go to a parent's house and report on how bad their kid is, because in 5 years, I've only found one instance of a company that was doing everything the right way and had no indicators of compromise. And as networks get more complex, people are moving to the cloud. Yes. AI is being implemented. These are all things that increase your attack surface and make you more productive, but also more vulnerable.
Yes.
And we will find those things for you and help you remediate them.
Outstanding. We're going to end with the website, which is intrusion.com. The great Andrew Wildrix. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.